Hey YouTube, Mayhem here. Want to do a kind of a quick video. I actually didn't even think about it while we were doing it, so it's going to be kind of after the fact. But we have been, we went ahead and got some corn. We bought a bushel of corn and processed it, and we've eaten about 2 bags of it. 1 bushel of corn gives you 7 quart size bags of creamed corn or corn, however you want to call it. And 1 bushel down here of Silver Queen is $20, and that gives you how many? 50 ears of corn, sweetie? 50 ears of corn. It's just a headshot. I did not get her because she's wearing her pajamas. It's not even dark and she's wearing pajamas. Lazy monkey.
You better redo that.
Lazy monkey. Anyway, so it's another thing we do just to kind of when we have a little bit of extra in the summer, a little bit of extra time or money. These came from the farmer's market. We did not grow any corn. I hadn't had a chance. I've got a bag of corn seed, and I have not had a chance to till it up because of my shoulder and put it in. So probably not going to get it done this year. So we'll be buying several more bushels from the farmer's market. So more to come. Now it took about 2 hours to shuck that 1 bushel, just sitting around goofing off, and then it probably took how many hours? 3 hours to process the corn,
To cut it off.
To cut it off and scrape it with a spoon and get everything kind of warmed up, cooked, and in the bags. So about 4.5 to 5 hours for fresh corn all through the winter. Now we're not going to process these any further. We're going to put them in the freezer. These are going to be fresh frozen. So this is how we're going to do these guys, and we actually have to get another freezer, but that is all part of the plan. More to come. Okay guys, now we're back, and one thing I did want to show you, and I mentioned him in the previous video, one of my neighbors, or a friend of mine actually, Sam, he had given us several tomato plants that he'd grown from seed, heirloom stuff, peppers from seed, again heirloom stuff, and 2 peach trees that he'd grown from seed, which is pretty cool. I don't do that kind of stuff. I think next year I'm going to start doing all my vegetables from seed. But for giving us all that, this is something that we just kind of do and swap out. These are tomatoes from the garden last year. He said he hadn't had any in a while, and this would hold him over until we get our garden stuff coming in. There's 2 roasted red peppers, tomatoes and red peppers, and then just processed and canned tomatoes. So somebody does you a solid, you do them 1 back. More to come. Okay guys, now we're back. I think I'm going to end up putting the fruit trees further down on the other side of this wire fence past that pine tree. I don't know if you can see it. I'll give us a zoom. There we go. The pine tree is behind that first tree, and the fence, you can see a T-post. I think that's where we're going to plant those peach trees, and I might purchase 2 others to go ahead and plant there. All the trees that are not producing fruit or bearing, we're cutting down, and that fence line's getting cut down. The pine tree will keep, just because it's just a big old pine tree. You don't see them that big anymore, and there won't be anything around to get hurt if it drops limbs. Sorry about the camera. I got bit by a mosquito, and I was beating on it. So that's what we're going to work on, and I really got to find somebody with a tiller just to go ahead and get this thing tilled up. I just can't with my shoulder. I can't fight new ground right now, or I'll end up having to go and do a bunch of rehab on my shoulder. So, more to come, guys. So, it's always kind of a cycle. I get busy and do a whole bunch of stuff. Believe it or not, I am about 7 videos behind of content that I have filmed and done ideas and stuff on. I just haven't had a chance to process it. That's why some days I'll throw out 2 videos. Gosh, I can't remember. I've done over like 1,200 videos, 1,300. It's crazy. A bunch of videos. But we're still working on everything. Got a bunch of stuff in the works. I will tell you, give you a heads up, I am partnering with Amazon, and they are creating a site for me. And people that go to that site and use whatever code word that they provide. Now it's in the works. They can purchase stuff and everything, and a percentage of it will go to help fund projects and stuff like that for here on the property, mower builds. Cause gosh, that hovercraft thing that I was wanting to build, that was $1,000, and those are just for the gas blowers. 4, 5 gas blowers. That was $1,000. So had to put that on the works. I know some of you are wondering, well, what the hell happened after we talked about it. I drew up the plans and everything, and it'll work, and it'll do great, and it'll do fast. But I'm just not going to be able to pump that kind of money into it. And so stuff like that will help us afford to grow the channel. So that's just what we're trying to do. And goof off and have a bunch of freaking fun in the process, and maybe shoot some shit too. But anyway, we're having biscuits and gravy for dinner. I can't beat it. Go inside. Y'all miss it.